All right, so is the Hunter Biden saga over? Are they ever going to move on from that? Right now, that's all they have. Because he hasn't done anything that they can gripe about right now, other than the stimulus. I think you're talking about too much money. I think you're spending. It wasn't too much when y'all did it twice. Jesus. And I love a person with free health care and publicly funded paychecks telling me that $1,400 is too much. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy. I don't understand greed. I really don't. 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, 10 of Swords, Page of Swords, 5 of Swords, the Lovers, the Chariot, 8 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. Is it over? Yes. Why? Because they're going to move on to something else. The 6 of Wands, center of attention, that would be your Joe Biden, and then the 3 of Cups. This is Democrats, so they're more than likely now going to focus in on what the Democrats are doing. They're going to claim an abuse of power by the 5 of Swords here, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. This also might be attached to people, so there may be a forcing of nominations or something of that nature. So Chuck Schumer, get on your job. But it's basically going to be there is an abuse of power going on within the Democratic Party. 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Chariot. You're basically being run over. Now, mind you, the Chariot card, I'm going to show you here. The Sphinx is the locomotion for the Chariot. This is why I call the Chariot a slow card, is because nothing is actually moving. He's not moving, he's posing. It's full of symbolism, which I won't go through, but they're opposite. Black, white, they're facing different directions. They're not on the same team, really. Self-discipline is one of those rarely used definitions for the Chariot. If you go in the same direction, if you get on the same page, then it's an unstoppable force. And so that's what's happening here. Now that this one, both the Chariot's means of locomotions are now in motion. His wand is raised instead of the other one where it was just posing. So they're now going in the same direction here with the 8 of Wands. Their messaging is also on the same page. They're doing the right thing. The Lover's card here too. So we're going from Hunter Biden to now the Democrats are trying to steal something. They're trying to get away with something. They are abusing their power. So that's going to be the next thing. Abuse of power, abuse of power, abuse of power. Vote the Democrats out, because I said this before and I'll say this again. Every president that gets in and every Congress that gets in, if they get a majority and they got the House and the Senate on one side, the other side spends 2 years trying to convince everybody in the country that everything is going wrong because of them. So that's what's going to happen here. And so if you don't go back to the polls, then Joe Biden is not going to get anything done for the next 2 years. So once you're aware, you're responsible.